At some point in my life, I'm gonna learn how to plug those headphones in before I go live. I'm gonna At some point, I'm gonna learn how to do that. But until then, can I still say happy Monday? It's Monday somewhere. Like, I know it's still Monday somewhere. So, happy Monday and happy Tuesday. How about that? Because, listen, I got here. Oh, I should have got my fingernail clipper. Because, oh my goodness, these nails are, oh, it's Monday somewhere. That is for certain. I do know for a fact, like, somewhere it's Monday. Um, Trying to put them kids to sleep. And then as soon as I came up here about 15, 20 minutes ago, I'm constantly like trying to get Cole to use the bathroom before he lay down. He'll get the tossing and turning. He has to pee. I know he has to pee. Of course he has to pee because come on now. I know you gotta pee. So he'll lay down in the bed, he'll almost get himself to sleep, and then he'll start tossing and turning. He has to pee. Right? So I'm like, okay, cool. Come on, let me get you up. Let me let you pee. He wants to play. The lights are on. He think it's time to play. Sir, it's time to pee pee. It's not time to play. Uh, To be quite honest, the way my head is hurting, I ain't gonna be able to double up on those headbands. I just thought about that. So, but I did wipe my glasses off. Let me get logged in. Um, so I'm like, he's asleep. I'm thinking he's asleep. He looked like he has fallen asleep. He's very still, not moving or anything. So I come on out of the room. I forgot that I placed my phone stand outside of my door. Why I do that, I don't know, because then I tripped over the phone stand coming out down the hallway, woke everybody up on the block, and so I woke him up. But luckily, when I went back, he had to be. Right. So I'm like, great. I'm glad that you got your little pee out the way. Go on back to sleep. And hopefully he doesn't interrupt me. Fingers crossed. I had to use some glass cleaner for these glasses because they act like they don't want to get clean, clean, like officially clean. So, uh, um, so hold on. I'm scrolling. I'm not supposed to be. No, I'm like I'm not supposed to be, but something's going on with the David case. I'm trying to see what's going on with it. Oh my God, somebody was trying to get my attention. Somebody, what is, I thought somebody was on the engagement. Let me focus. I'm really just supposed to be logging in. Something happened with the David case. I was trying to see what happened. How you know I'm nosy. I'm gonna find out one way or the other. I'm just saying, find out one way or the other what happened. DJ Academia was talking about it. And then um Trap Lord Ross Got a 40-minute video talking about it. I'm like, new info. Child, I don't even have my. Candace is pregnant again? No way.
You guys were correct. I am with a child. I'm expecting another child. A lot of you guys had sussed that out.
When did this drop? 4 hours ago. Look, um, I'm trying to see. Let me see what she talking.
The first 4 weeks of my pregnancy, I actually found out, I am not kidding, that I was pregnant from you guys. You guys were in the comments. You were asking questions. You were like, Candace has a very unique attitude that she's known to have when she.
She's pregnant. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you were correct. I learned from you. And then I found out that that is indeed the reason, as it always is, that I was sort of increasingly violent when I am for something about growing a boy inside of you that makes you want to aggress. That's how I feel.
Oh, so you're having a little boy.
Come, I want to physically fight people. There's something I can do about it. It's a condition. And yeah, a lot that we're going to unpack today, but I wanted to get that done at the top of the show. Let you guys know that you are really annoying for knowing first. I shouldn't be finding this out from the internet. Who do you guys think you are? Clearly, you know me better than I know myself. Over this weekend, something else happened. There was a death hoax, and I had all of these messages from people, my mom, my dad, my aunt, everyone that I know asking me to post this sign of life because apparently there was this combo that some girl posted and then deleted that I passed away. And then on top of that, there was some like obituary website that said that I was going to die on Sunday. So listed my date of death as Sunday, which is totally crazy. I don't know. I think people do these things to get into your head psychologically. I did not die this weekend. People were then emailing me saying, don't go out on Sunday because this pre obituary exists. I did not slow down my weekend in any way at all. I just don't live in that, I guess, that vein of fear because it's just unhealthy. And every day we get emails and people asking me, don't go, don't travel, don't do this. I can't live in a cage. Or a bird can't fly in a cage. So I did a lot of things this weekend, but dying was not one of them. It's the opposite. I'm growing life. So be happy, smile. It's great. You got
Exactly. Oh my God, honey. Um, I got 57. Oh my God. She's expecting. Congrats, honey. She get real feisty when she expecting a child. Um, let me see. Hold on, let me find my phone there real quick. She get like real feisty when she's expecting. Can I pull this up, please? Because she's not supposed to be on the algorithm. What is it again? Um, forgot my headphones again. Sitting right there on the nightstand. Always have to remember that. Is it raining? It's it's like totally raining outside right now. Um, oh, Google Docs. Man, I just totally lost it right there. Trying to figure out like, thank you for the thumbs up. Somebody gave me a thumbs up. Oh my God. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let me go ahead I can't even get my music started. And I just dropped my top. It's like raining outside. I'm talking about like raining, raining. I'm talking about she is raining. So I'm not connected to my Wi-Fi because you know she struggles during the rain sometimes. Ooh, but she is sliding down my forehead. Um, I don't know how I forgot. Don't start that yawning. You just got him. Trying to put everybody to sleep was just turning out to be a lot more difficult, especially that little Koa guy. That little dude, he does not play. Let me zoom out just a little bit. John, he does not play. Um, it is pouring down, raining outside. OMG. Oh my, Sean. Look at Sean. He just interviewed said guru. What in the world? This is just, oh my goodness. And then Forgotten Chef quote from over here. Let me pull up what I'm supposed to be pulling up. Technically, it's pulled up. I just like gotta stop clicking over there to YouTube. Let me go ahead and get my diary entry situated here. Um, listen, I when I tell you there was a thought where there was a moment where I had this thought and I was like, maybe you can just not go live today. Take the day off. Just take the day off, right? And then I said to myself, no, better late than never. Do you believe in luck? Do I believe in luck? Um, I have to admit, something. I have to admit, I do believe in luck. I have to admit, I do believe in luck. I can admit that. I've had some lucky instances in my life before that has made me a believer. She raining so hard outside right now. I hope everybody just relax and go to sleep. Stay asleep. Let me see what diary entry number one. Diary entry number two. Uh-uh. What? Wait a second. Oh. Okay, you're right. You're right. You're right. I started with zero. I was like, alright. I guess I can use the rain. That's more like a natural sound anyway. So I guess I can use the rain. I would prefer to have a little music while I'm doing my diary entry. Um, I believe we're gonna dedicate this diary entry to Dr. Money Magnet. That's another one of my aliases that I like to use, Dr. Money Magnet. Shout out to Mrs. Dr. Mind Games. I so want to change my name back to Mrs. Dr. Mind Game. Do you believe in luck? I believe in luck. I do. I believe in luck. Like, not the whole horseshoe rabbit's foot luck, but I do believe in, just the ability to ascertain whatever it is that you desire in your heart. You know, that type of luck. Look, I'm like that type of luck. I feel like that type of luck is a little bit more believable, a little bit more obtainable versus trying to rely on something so superficial. Although there's nothing wrong with a little horseshoe, or is that what it is? A horseshoe, whatever that is, rabbit's foot, all that random stuff. You should have asked me, do I believe in voodoo? That would have been a better question to ask. Let me get started. I said I'm supposed to take my computer down off of the pillow so that way it doesn't rock and shake while I'm typing. I wonder, hold on, let me, oh, jeez, settle down. Okay, how is that? Is that clearer? Let me wipe this one. I had used this glass cleaner that I had bought from Family Dollar to zoom out a little bit, to wipe my glasses off. And it's great. I'm talking about one swipe and my glasses was phew. I was like, oh, then it gets on your hands and I'm like, "Ugh." Let me see what's my font. Just give me a second. I need to go back and see what font I've been using. Is this Impact? Impact. Gotta be. Just making sure I know my font. All right. I might got a booger in my nose. I might have a rag here. All right. Let's get this. We're on diary entry number two. Is this bold? Today is June 23rd, 2026. I know it's supposed to be Vlog Me Tuesday, Vlog Me Monday, but I know it's Tuesday. What time is it? 1:08 AM. I got here when I got here. Vlog Me Mondays. Hashtag diary entry number two. What's the hashtag for Mondays? I know we have Monday grind. You know that Monday grind hit different. Momentum Mondays. We also have Moody Mondays. Am I missing anybody? Monday Grand Moments, Moody Monday, Vlog Me Mondays. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think. Shall we do Magic Mondays? Would that be considered? We can do Lucky Mondays. Oh, uh-oh, we got Lucky Mondays. We just added one to the roster. Lucky Mondays. What a week this has been. OMG. The first time. Hold on, let me give me a second. Let me scoot this over real quick. 'Cause she was irritated. Slide her over so she can get some room. Okay, I keep zooming this out and you just keep doing what you want to do. 90%, man, 90%. It's, I'm gonna get lost over here with this scroll down. See what I mean? Go ahead. I would first like to dedicate this diary entry to hashtag Dr. Money Magnet. What else has this been? Dear Dr. Money Magnet. Phew. Let me tell you what happened real quick before I continue. I went to Family Dollar because it's Vlog Me Mondays, right? So I get the vlog. I went to Family Dollar Friday. Friday. I misread the coupon. Say spend $30 and you save $10. It's only on Fridays though. I mean, it's only on Saturdays though. But I misread the coupon. So I go to Family Dollar Friday. We're out of water. They sell water, cases of water, right? Remember that live stream that I had made um with the when I was smelling the water and I was like, "Oh my God, what is that smell in the water?" Remember that? Hold on, I mean, remember that live stream a while ago? We found out, give me a second, let me we found out where that smell came from. I was able to find out why the water had that smell to it. Now, of course, I'm just thinking that, the bottle was tainted. Clearly it was, but let me tell you how I discovered it, right? Because I go and I buy 3 cases of Deer Park water from Family Dollar. It's cheaper there. I think it's like 5.95. you know, I just grabbed it because I'm thinking, oh, $10 off of 30, right? So I buy the case of water. I go and I open it up and I'm hit with this smell, this familiar smell that I know Family Dollar for. Family Dollar is actually very familiar with this smell. It smells like, you know, them little beads that they started selling, those little, it's not laundry detergent, but they call it, I don't know what them little beads are. Um, that you put in the laundry. I don't know the name of it. I can um let's see, laundry beads, scent boosters. Uh-huh, those little unstoppable downy scent boosters and stuff like that. It kind of smells something like that. It gives dryer sheet smell. It gives um those little plug-in, them little Glade plug-in smells. Like it gives one of them smells. If you've ever shopped at Family Dollar, if you've ever bought something from Family Dollar, then you know the smell that I'm specifically referring to. So I open up the water. We're getting ready to put the water in the refrigerator. And I get this smell. And I go to the water bottle. This isn't one. I got this one from Kroger. And I smell the bottle and I'm like, oh God, there it is. That smell. And I open up the water bottle and I'm like, oh my God, that's the smell. The smell. So I wash the water bottles off. I wash them off. I wash them off. I rinse them under some water and stuff. And I put them in the refrigerator, hoping that that would sort of help. And then I thought, okay, well, maybe I don't put my mouth on the water bottle. Maybe I can just use a straw, and maybe I won't smell that smell. And so Saturday comes. Madison and Madeline, it was their birthday. They spent their birthday and Father's Day with their father. So I'm contemplating, what should I do? Right? So I go to bed, because I'm off. I didn't. That's why I'm off. That's because when issues and problems arise and stuff, you want to be clear headed. You want to be clear minded. You want to make sure that you can just focus on the problem at hand. Whatever problem it is, focus on that problem and handle that problem, fix that problem, and then that way you can move on. I'm dehydrated at this point, super dehydrated. Just imagine trying to breastfeed dehydrated. It's very dangerous because I can't drink the water. I'm actually now starting to feel this slight headache. I can feel it sort of just growing. So I'm contemplating. I wake up Sunday, right? Wake up Sunday. I grab the 2 cases of water because remember I had opened one. I put them in my trunk. Now, ironically, if you drink Deer Park water and you are familiar with the rewards program. Hey, you buy some Deer Park, take a picture of your receipt, and then you just kind of accumulate points. Friday, when I bought the water from Family Dollar, I took a picture of the receipt because I knew it had water on the receipt. And there's no digital receipt for Family Dollar. The way Kroger has it on their app, the way Walmart has it on their app, the way Publix will send you your digital receipt, everybody isn't there yet. And so I'm like, okay, well, I bought this from Family Dollar. Let me go ahead and take a picture of it before the receipt gets, some cream on it or it gets lost or something like that, accidentally thrown in the trash. Let me just take a picture of it real quick. So that way I can, at least I'll have the picture of it. And then I threw the receipt in the trash, of course. By Sunday, now I want to take this water back because I don't want this water no more. I don't want these 2 cases of water because I have learned that if I don't like something, if I don't want something, if I'm not 100% satisfied, with a product or with the service, it's going to be in my best interest to just return. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I hate that gnawing feeling. I hate this nagging sensation that my subconscious does when I'm not fully satisfied with the product or service. My subconscious takes at least maybe about like a week and a half to let it go, to just let it go. And so I've learned, hey, listen, I don't feel like being harassed by my subconscious mind because I didn't take the water back. Like, and then I don't want the water. Just I don't want the water. I don't want the water. I it's it's something about smelling while you're drinking that it don't work. Like when I drink Deer Park, I don't I don't want no aftertaste of no Family Dollar store aroma or nothing like that. I don't want that. I don't want that. My life is so much simpler with this aftertaste. Shout out to the manager though, because um I didn't have the receipt, but I did have a copy of it. Ironically, she was the person who did check me out. She didn't make a big fuss about it or anything like that. She was understanding. She was like, I mean, well, it comes from the warehouse to the store. So I don't know. You're the only person, like, yeah. But she was able to take her 2 cases of water back, give me my funds back, and we were good. Like we were good. Now, that was Friday when I bought the water and then I took it back Sunday. Let me tell you what happened Friday evening. The girls ended up spending their birthday, which was Saturday the next day, and then Sunday the following day with their father for their birthday. So when he called, "Hey, what are you guys doing for their birthday?" I'm like, "Well, we're all chilling because Koa is turning 1. So everybody has to chill so that way we can all just celebrate birthdays at one time." Seth is June 6th, Madison and Madeline is June 20th, and then here go Koa coming in July 2nd. I'm like, oh, we chilling. Like we can all just, go big for him. So, okay, cool. You can get them and boom, because you Father's Day. So then that meant we had to bump up their things for that specific day. I'm like, okay, well, I can go get y'all the cupcakes. I can go get y'all pizza. We can sing happy birthday. We can have y'all celebration tonight since you guys will be gone. And then that way we won't have to like rush and do that tomorrow in the morning, whatever. When it's time, I don't have to do all that. My spirit told me it's Little Caesar's time. The problem though was the cupcakes that I got. They had to be Publix. I can't afford to waste any funds on any type of cake or cupcake material, ingredients, if it's not Publix. That's a waste. That's a waste. And we can't do that. We can't afford to just, be wasting coins, funds, money, time, energy, resources. We can't do that. If it's not Publix, don't worry about it. But now I have to go to Publix. The problem is Marco's is next door to Publix. I don't have a problem specifically with Marco's. I do have a problem with Marco's large. It don't hit the way that small and that medium hit. And so I've learned that lesson. And so I'm headed to Publix. I'm headed to Publix. I stop by Family Dollar, get them some candles. They're cheaper at Family Dollar. Again, now I'm back at Family Dollar 2 times in a day. I grab some balloons. All right, cool. You know. And when I pull up to Family Dollar, there was a Little Caesars empty pizza box in the trash can. This Listen, when the universe speak to you, just accept it. So I just downloaded Little Caesars app right then and there. And I was like, okay, cool. And I'll just order you when I come out of Publix. I pull up at Publix. I have to fill up the water jugs for the turtles because I'm at Publix. They have the Primo um station outside. You go into Publix, you go and fill up the water jugs. Might as well. So I already got to do that. Then I got to go grab the cupcakes. Trying not to grab anything else. You know how that goes. And I was just like, I'm already here. I might as well just get the Marcos. They're next door. You know, just go ahead and get it. I grabbed everything that I wanted to get out of Publix, scurried on over next door to Marco's. The pizza was ready. I checked, looked at everybody. Everybody looked decent. And so I get back to the house. Let me, I got a picture. Let me cut my airdrop. It's on. Let me cut my airdrop on. Um, but I took a picture because what will eventually happen is I've learned, okay, if you take a picture, then you can use it for your Google review, right? Like, I'll save this for a Google review. Like, oh, don't, but I thought I looked at it. Like I for some reason, the table was a little small, my spacing was a little limited, but for some reason I thought that I had actually looked at the pizza. Let me pull it up and let me show you. Let me pull it up. I took a picture of it and let me show you. Hold on. Let me go over here and find an available. Um, mm-mm. I pulled it up. I took a picture of it, and then this is what ended up happening. Hold on. Let me see if I can zoom a little bit. So this was the pizza. This was the Marco's pizza. Now I done already went to Family Dollar. I done already went to Publix, filled up the water jugs, got the cupcakes, w- came over here to Marco's, just picked them up on the way out because I had ordered them before I went into Publix. So they was ready. And then I head back home and I see this. Like I opened up the box and I was like, this isn't how it looked when I at least because I didn't open it all the way. I just kind of peeked in and was like, okay, square cut, pepperoni. Okay. And again, if you're not 100% satisfied, which is, of course, obviously why I've made it like mandatory to check the pizza before I leave. Like before I even walk out the store, I'll just give it a peek, because if I don't like it, here you go. You can have that back. I don't want that. No, thank you. You guys, I'll be right back. I'm finna get ready to go back to Marco's. I should have just left it for Google review and just left it alone. I go back, they make pizza again, and I kid you not, it looked the exact same. It was the exact same thing. I don't even know if let me see something real quick. I kid you not. It was the exact same thing. And I was like, I don't usually have this problem. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't have this problem when I go to Marcos. I'm just trying to see if I have another Marcos. Or at least like a recent one. I don't even think I have a recent one. At least not on this phone. I think it's like on the phone that I'm streaming on right now. Um, but I don't have like not this particular type of issue. Not where you like burning 50% of the pizza and then it's like, oh, well, because when you think about it, I only have 4 slices of pizza decent. All of this is burnt. So none of this is so you're I'm only this is only 4 edible pieces, right? And then this is what I learned about the thin crust pizza at Marco's. This is what I learned. And she was like, "I don't know why it keep doing that." Like, and she was like, "Oh, you know why it probably keep doing that? Because this is frozen." I'm sorry, what? Yeah, like this because we was busy today. And so we had to put those in the freezer. And I was like, no, because Marco's is fresh dough made daily. I'm like, no. And she was like, oh no, the thin crust. That's not our crust. Wait, wait. That thin crust stuff, that ain't our crust. Blew my mind. Blew my mind. I was like, what do you mean? That's not our crust. Like, they get delivered to us. I was like, wait. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah, that's and we were so busy today, child. We had to put that. I was like, do you want me to just make you another one with the regular crust? And I should have told her to downgrade it to a medium. So that was like 30 minutes. Like just having to oh my God. Look, but I appreciate that that happened. You want to know why? Because that just led me up, that just confirmed my suspicion about the water with Family Dollar. You should have saw me Sunday. Soon as I woke up, I was like, I'm going to Family Dollar right now. Literally, like right, because I was so thirsty. I would like even when I got up there to her, I could barely talk. I'm like, get I was like, "Girl, uh-uh." I'm like, one thing I can confirm, child deer park don't do that smell stuff. That's that we don't do that, honey. We the child. I got 3 pair of deer park socks in the mail today. It's like we don't have those type of issues. But that just led me back to when that happened the first time, and I was like, "Wow, that was the Family Dollar." 'Cause I thought I knew I wasn't tripping, but I was like, "Why does this smell like that?" Blew me. I will admit, I was so blowed. I was so blowed. I mean, obviously, it gave me, like, something to talk about for Vlog Me Mondays, but it just led me to the whole Family Dollar situation. It was like, "Take that back," because if you don't, then you'll be griping and complaining, and you'll have this lingering regret. Oh, I should have. And I just absolutely hate that feeling. I genuinely hate because then mine just won't let it go. Like my mind just has the ability to like hold on to it and it'll just like keep taunting me. I told you you should have took that water back. I told you you should have took that pizza back. I'm like, you give me 4 slices of pizza. What in the world? Like, girl, that's crazy. That is number 4 slices that I can eat. I was like, what in the world? Oh my God. Don't get the large, regardless of the crust. Maybe that light crust, cause I was trying to figure out, like, am I doing something wrong? Did I order something wrong? Because they have, like, different crust types. They have, like, the thin, this is thin. Then they have the light, which is, like, New York style. Then they have their regular fluffy crust, obviously. I mean, then I think they have, like, a thicker crust or something like that, but, um, it all led me to this moment here, where I was able to vent about what happened over the weekend. When I tell you I had pulled up to Family Dollar to get those candles and those balloons Friday, and I saw that Little Caesars box in the trash can sitting outside to Family Dollar, and I just knew the universe was like, "It's Little Caesar's turn." And I was like, "Okay." And I downloaded the app, and I don't know, I just kept saying, "Marco's is next door. All you got to do is just grab some Marco's, and then that way you don't have to bend the block to go all the way around to get the Little Caesars." I just, I should have just stuck. I should have just stuck with my first thought, like it just, see what I mean? Look, even that just keep nagging. And I had to just let it go because I'm like, oh, well, Koa's birthday will be here next week. I'm like, Little Caesars. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But still, like, I won't let it go. It's so funny though. It is it. When is July? Next Thursday. Yeah, see, his birthday is next Thursday. Um, so shout out to him. He'll be turning 1. He need to get off the breast. This guy is like, he's like dragging it at this point, to be quite honest, if you ask me, because I was able to get Seth off the breast like 8, 9 months. I know for a fact Madison and Madeline, they were off by 10 months. So I'm not necessarily sure why he's like dragging it. Sir, get off of the breast. Jeez. Just saying, like, because then like he's so whiny. Like breastfed kids, they have this whine, and it's like it's super convenient, of course, because you could just kind of, here you go, get your little breast, go on back to sleep, or go to sleep, or just be quiet. But I just feel like I just don't know how long he gonna try to hold on to it. I'm like, I can't even roll up. Jeez, man. I'm like, at least for for the summer or something. Bummer. This guy. But at least he's walking, and at least he doesn't like to pee in the bed. Let me just put it that way. And so what'll end up happening is he'll wake up in the middle of the night. He has to pee. And so I have to get up, take him in the bathroom, and like stand him on the counter or like get a cup or something, or like stand him in the bathtub and just kind of let him pee. Um, the problem though is you got to cut the light on. Oh, the light is blinding me, you know, and it'll take a minute, just to kind of like, so he gotta, he understands it, but he doesn't like the process of it. And I have to admit, I went through this exact same process with trying to teach Seth how to not potty train, but teach him how to not pee in the bed. Like potty training and peeing in the bed is like two different things because you're asleep. And so if you pee in the bed while you're asleep, that's totally understandable. But when you're waking yourself up, or when you have to use the bathroom and you're being awakened out of your sleep because you have to use the bathroom, it's different because it's like now you have to pee. Like now you just have to pee. And so with Seth, I just I'm glad that I learned this with him, um, because man, I think back think back to trying to get him not to use the bathroom in the bed, and oh my goodness, this guy here, like, because what'll end up happening is people will start to stir, toss and turn. You got to pee. And then you will start crying because it's uncomfortable. You're holding it. And so, and this is for Seth. I would get up, I would take him into the bathroom. I'm like, okay, hey, you can pee in the tub. All you got to do is just stand up and pee in the tub. And I'll just rinse the tub out. Now he has to cry. He has to scream, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm like, trying to be firm with it, like, okay, well, you can do all that drama. I don't really care, but just pee. He'll do all this drama, 5, 7 minutes that went by, take him back to the bed, boom, he be in the bed. I'm like, and so what like I said, I would have learned with Seth, and obviously I'm able to like learn how to adapt a little bit better. Um, because I'm trying to learn how to use this method with Koa, especially with Seth, because even now, he's able to sleep all night, but then by 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, he really has to pee. And so now he's tossing, he's turning, he's gonna have to pee, but then he's not gonna want to go back to bed. So what I do with Seth when I get off from live streaming and before I lay down and try to fall asleep some way, somehow, I'll go and wake him up, let him stand up. I have like a little cup, those big large cups that the cereal those cereal cups. Just give it to him. And he just pees in the cup and I go pour it in the toilet and he goes back to sleep. And so that'll at least get him to 7, 8 o'clock. And so since I have blackout curtains, I'll try to get him another bathroom break, wake him up. So then that way he can at least try to at least get him a more extended time to maybe 10, 11 o'clock, only because, like I said, you sleeping in the same room with this Koa dude and he just has the drama with this little pee pee. He gotta pee. He gotta pee. And it's like he has to stand up to pee, but he hasn't, like, fully understood, like, the cup concept, and so it's like a transition. Potty training versus, like I said, peeing in the bed, it is but yeah, let me get back to writing my note to Doctor Money Magnet because when I tell you, my finances this week was just that's all I can say is deep sigh, deep sigh. At the beginning of the month, you're not really able to like dictate, so to speak, how the finances are going to flow for the month. You not at the beginning of the month. Like you don't really you don't really know 100% how they're going to flow. And so having to deal with all these birthdays this month, having to deal with What else was that? The washing machine going out and having to randomly invest in a new washing machine. Um, then we had some tech. What's the repairs with Christian's phone, Seth's iPad. My finances were just mm. That's all I can say. That's why I'm over here writing this letter to Dr. Money Magnet, because when I tell you, sometimes you just have to let the experts do their thing. And I don't know what it is about these oligarchies. It's oligarchies, right? Um, I need to just give me a second real quick. I need to get a quote for oligarchies. Um, have I used that? Have I used oligarchies yet? Give me a second. Hold on real quick. I'm trying to see. Have I used a quote for oligarchies yet? That is how you say it, right? Oligarchies. It's Ola. It's oligarchies. Okay. I think I have what is this? Okay. Um let's all systems are oligarchy. There is no other. It had been long realized that the only secure hold on. Collectivism, George Orwell. The only secure basis for oligarchy is collectivism. Um, the ruin of oligarchy is the ruin of democracy, for there is a law of country. Uh-uh, uh-uh, the tyranny of a prince and all that. We have seen that money and oligarchy have both what? Is that merits? Let me zoom in because let me see what she said. We have seen that monarchy and oligarchy have both merits and demerits. I haven't seen the word demerits in a minute. The principal demerit of both is that sooner or later, the government becomes so indifferent to the desires of ordinary men that there is revolution. Who is that? Bertrand Russell. Who is Bertrand Russell? This is a very interesting quote. We have seen that monarchy and oligarchy have both merits and demerits. The principal demerit of both, is that sooner or later, the government becomes so indifferent to the desires of ordinary men that there is a revolution. Wikividi more. I'll take it. A revolution. I don't know if y'all about that life, to be quite honest. It's no shade. It's no shade. But the way uh Johnny Harris summed it all up. Ooh. The reason I brought it up is because I don't even necessarily think that it's all the oligarchies. They have people that work for them that do their bidding for them, monetary wise, financially, move their money here and there, launder their money here and there. Like it's the tyranny of an oligarchy that I'm concerned about. It's the tyranny of the oligarchy that I'm concerned about. Pat Robertson. It's the tyranny. It's the tyranny we're getting some interesting quotes about this oligarchy. And then I like that blue. I do like that blue. It's like cement, but they changed the filter of it or something. Um, what do we know what tyranny means? What the fuck is tyranny? Cruel and oppressive government or rule. So it's the tyranny of an oligarchy that I'm concerned about. Cruel and oh, damn. But it's the tyranny of an oligarchy that I'm concerned about. Oh. Someone said that the American oligarchy increasingly has less in common with the American people than it does with the equivalent oligarchies in Germany or Mexico or Japan. Hmm. Stop trying to compare us to other. Does not tolerate oppressive government or industrial oligarchy in the form of monopolies and cartels. Unfortunately, that's where we are. We must not tolerate oppressive government or industrial oligarchy in the form of monopolies and cartels. Unfortunately, that is just where we are right now. Sad to say. I'm like, and it's so unfortunate because, you know, they wouldn't be nothing without us, to be quite honest. But, the monopolies are a monopoly. Oof. They got all the class action lawsuits. They stay with all the class action lawsuits. Mm, 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 mm. Oh my goodness. Who's up? Google, Amazon. I don't even know what was going on with that. I don't know what was going on with that Google lawsuit. And then um let me see what she talking about. Hold on, let me see if I can. Mm, Sure. I am trying to send this to myself and drop these two to myself. It was this random email that my PH balance sent to me today. I'm using it as a code. PH, right? Or we can just call them the hub. Um you like shout out to Vlog Me Mondays, man. It should be so random. Everything just be so random. But why y'all Amazon got a lawsuit coming out too. Everybody got lawsuits. Um, you wouldn't even know it because it's in your spam. They put it in your spam and be like, "Oh, don't you do you have something in the oven? Is the oven on?" Okay, well, can you spray while you in there, please? Just a little bit. Just give me a little spray. Um, just a tad. Okay, let me see. Since y'all over here, on YouTube, I know y'all don't be checking y'all spam. You don't be checking that spam. That's okay, don't worry. Um, I don't- let me just get. Oh, she done. She done. Uh, okay, so we have a class action lawsuit. Um, let me make sure that. That's my email address. One of them anyway. Okay. Notice the class members who had Google Web and app activity control or the supplemental web and app activity subsetting turned off or paused of class counsel's fee application. Okay, so what is this notice about? On September 3rd, 2025, after a federal trial, the jury concluded that Google, where is my, hold on, unlawfully collect information from certain users of smartphones and tablets who claimed they asked Google not to track their activity on mobile apps. The jury awarded a verdict of over $425 million in damages to two certified classes. The court entered a judgment which requires Google to pay the classes the amount of the jury's verdict plus interest. Plus interest. Hold on. The court entered a judgment which requires Google to pay the two certified classes, the amount of the jury's verdict plus interest. And as of March 2nd, 2026, the verdict plus interest totals, so 425, okay, $440 million, $345,685.40. Interest continues to accrue on that amount. However, Google has asked the court to vacate the judgment, meaning disregard the jury verdict. Oh, meaning disregard the jury verdict. Mm. Google may also appeal the judgment. There is no money available now, but court rules require class counsel to make a formal request for their fees, their fee application. make a request for their fees or their fee application should compensation be awarded to my recorded. This notice is to inform class members of the fee application and their opportunity to object to it. So, what was the lawsuit about? Three Google account holders, or the plaintiffs, filed a class action lawsuit alleging that Google LLC, or Google, unlawfully assessed, accessed their devices and data, including app activity data on their mobile devices. Even though the Google activity controls, called Web and App Activity, or WAA, and or a subsetting concerning Chrome history and activity from sites, apps, and devices that use Google services, sometimes called supplemental web and app activity, were turned off or paused. Plaintiffs alleged Google unlawfully accessed their apps that have incorporated certain Google software code into the apps. Plaintiffs have three legal claims. Number one, invasion of privacy. Number two, intrusion upon seclusion, which is similar to invasion of privacy. And three, violation of the Comprehensive Computer Data Access and Fraud Act. Oh, that's an interesting thing to look up. The jury ruled that Google is liable for invasion of privacy and intrusion upon seclusion, but not for violation of the CDAFA, or the Comprehensive Computer Data Access and Fraud Act. You are receiving this notice because Google's records indicate that you may be a class member. You were previously sent notice of the court's certification of the classes in this lawsuit in the fall of 2024. No, I didn't. This notice advises you of the jury verdict and judgment that were reached in the lawsuit. Class counsel's fee application, your rights and options at this time, and the deadline to exercise them. So, who is a class member? The court certified two classes to assert claims for invasion of privacy and intrusion upon seclusion. These classes include the following individuals. Class one is the Android class. And then, of course, you have class two, the non Android class. And then we get it. Then we can, what is the verdict? Right. So then you have the class members who use non-Android devices, or well, class one and then class two for invasion of privacy and intrusion. The jury awarded $425 million, of which 247 million is due to class one. So 240 is due to class one, or Android users, and 178 million is due to class two, which non-Android users. These amounts will continue accruing interest as required by law. The jury found Google not liable for violation of the CDAFA. Does the verdict mean money is available now? No money will be distributed at this time. While the jury did award a verdict, Google has asked the court to vacate the judgment, meaning disregard the jury verdict. Google may also appeal. Class counsel will continue to pursue the lawsuit against Google. If money or benefits become available at a later date, you will be notified and given instructions on how to make a claim. And then, of course, what is a fee application? So the court decides, well, in a class action lawsuit like this, the court decides the amount that class counsel will be paid for their work. When a jury awards compensation with a verdict in a class action, goodness gracious, so much reading. Let me see where I left off at. Let me see. When a jury, the court requires that class counsel make a formal application for the fees. Class counsel believes it should be paid for their work in the lawsuit. Class counsel must also request reimbursement for any costs and expenses in, incurred incurred in bringing the lawsuit, such as the cost of expert witnesses, and for providing notice to the classes, and for service awards to the individual. Blah 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 blah. Blah. We get it. We get it. And then this is all the people who work. Child, you lucky if you get a dub. What are we talking? Um, 247 million for Android users, and then 178 for non-Android users. I'm like, what did they say? Back in 2024 or something like this? Child, I don't even think I still on Android back then? I don't know. I think I may have switched over by 2024. Um, sorry. So that's Google. Um, who's up next? Oh, Amazon. You're up next. So we got a lawsuit with Google. Um, that clearly had to be somebody that worked at Google. That just clearly had to be somebody that worked at Google or used to work at Google. You can turn them settings off all you want to, but like the lawsuit said, um, you can turn it off for what, Gmail? You can turn it off for um like YouTube and stuff like that, but you use um Google Docs, Drive, Google Pics and stuff like that, Google Maps. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, what are you talking about?" Like, "Really? Come on." Like, monopoly. Remember, that's how we led to me reading these lawsuits, the monopolies. Let me pull her up, because we're moving right along. Y'all didn't get these in y'all spam? I know y'all got these in y'all spam, chill. If you purchased 5 or more new physical goods from third-party sellers on Amazon's marketplace on or after May 26, 2017, you may be a class member in an ongoing class action lawsuit. Here we go. So who's included? You could be affected what by a lawsuit? Against Amazon.com Inc. or Incorporated. The court ordered this notice and decided that the lawsuit should proceed on behalf of a group of people that could include you or the class. The court has decided that unless you request to opt out or exclude yourself, you are a member of the class defined as all persons in the United States who, on or after May 26, 2017, purchased 5 or more new physical goods from third party sellers on Amazon's marketplace. Okay. And what is this lawsuit about? Well, The name of the lawsuit is DaCosta et al. V versus Amazon.com Incorporated, and it is pending in the United States District Court for the Western District of Washington. And then, of course, you have the case number. So, a group of consumers or the plaintiffs have filed a class action lawsuit against Amazon. The lawsuit alleges that Amazon, let me get my highlighter, please, coming up on something important, violated federal antitrust laws by using its market power to impose and enforce an anti discounting policy on its third party sellers that allowed Amazon to charge higher commission fees and caused higher prices for goods sold on Amazon Marketplace by third sellers. Specifically, plaintiffs claimed that Amazon violated the Sherman Act, 15 USC. Whoever, plaintiffs are seeking money damages for purchasers and changes to Amazon's policy and practices. Amazon denies any wrongdoing, and the court has not yet decided whether Amazon did anything wrong. So let's go back because you you see how they just j- I don't have no comma here. I don't have no dash, no semicolon. They just threw it all together. They just yeah, and then I'm like, hold on, because the lawsuit alleges that Amazon violated federal antitrust laws. That's federal antitrust laws, number one. Federal antitrust laws, okay? By how did they do that? Using its market power, using its market power, okay, because it's Amazon. So they gonna do what Amazon do. But what are they doing? To impose and enforce. Uh-oh. Not impose and enforce. Impose and enforce. What are they imposing and enforcing? Anti-discounting policy. Hold on, let me change colors, please. Anti-dis I don't want to use well, it's too late now. An anti-discounting policy on who? On its third party sellers. An anti-discounting policy on its third party sellers. So this would be people who sell on Amazon. So you okay. Hold on. Let me so you have Amazon and then you have people who sell on Amazon. Anti-discounting policy on its third-party sellers. Impose and enforce an anti-discounting policy. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Let's just finish. And what did it do? This allowed Amazon to charge higher commission fees. Higher commission fees. But I thought the commission was what you received as a seller or okay, that allow Amazon to charge higher commission fee. Okay, so okay, so if you're okay, hold on. I gotta back up. So if you're a seller on Amazon, let me take these iPads off the charger. Let me stand up and stretch my legs. Oh, oh my God. Why would I do that? It was an accident. What would have never happened. Oh God. Just give me a second. Let me find this damn top. I don't know why I didn't pick this top up a long time ago. I gotta pick this top up. I'm gonna explain what happened. Just give me a second. I want you. Okay, it's not gonna like. You know, it's speedy. Let me take these black papers off, 'cause I don't need them. I know they did. Higher commission fees. Commission fees. Okay, so what's a commission fee? Amazon. Fee. Uh-oh. Did I? Make sure I did. What is an Amazon commission fee? Hold on, give me a second. Let me look up something real quick. I'm just curious to know what is an Amazon commission fee. Amazon commission fee. I have some pictures. I have like a little chart here, and it says Amazon commission fees for different product. So home and kitchen, you 15%. Okay, 15, 15. Everything else 15. I'm just curious to know, so zoom out. What is a commission fee? Hold on, let me go back to go ahead, Yahoo AI, Amazon game. Okay. Oh, right. So it's a fee that you receive based off of the product that you sell, based off of that product category. Right? Right? Wouldn't that be the product category? The commission fee? Okay. So oppose and enforce an anti-discounting policy on its third parties that allowed Amazon to charge higher commission fees. Charge higher commission. How are they charging a commission fee? I thought that commission fees was what you received. Okay, well maybe I'm not understanding something. Um, Specifically, plaintiffs claim that Amazon violated the Sherman. Seeking. Okay. The question. Okay, so we got the. Okay, what if you want to be included? You know, okay, and then email. This be interesting because I'm a little confused. I'm like, look, I'm like, I'm curious to know what is this commission fee thing. But right along, this is the one that really blew me. I was checking my email before I went to bed. You know, that late night check. That's that little late night check. Nothing major, just and hold on real quick, cause um let me see. Can yes. I guess this is what I should have did first. uh, the first time. Oh, it's my fault. You know, you live and you learn, child. You live and you learn. Look, you live and you learn. All right, take two. Hold on. Let me update you because you're done, Amazon. Whatever you got going on. Uh-huh. Yes, they sent it to the models, child. We are reaching out early. Not reaching out early. They blew me with that. Ain't even gonna lie. They definitely blew me with that. Oh, we reaching out early. We trying to make sure early. Let me know early what's going on? What happened? Pornhub, what's going on? Like what is it now? Well, to comply with US tax regulations, listen to how redundant this sounds. To comply with US tax regulations, we will soon need to collect tax information from all creators, whether you live in the US or abroad. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Now you're saying, "Oh, well, we just trying to comply with the US, but then if you abroad, that still includes you." Wh- You do not need to take any action today. The process to submit your tax information hasn't started yet. We just want to make sure you know what to expect over the coming weeks and have plenty of time to prepare. So, here are some important dates to keep in mind. July 20th, the process will officially open. We will support you with instructions on how to easily submit your tax details online through your model dashboard. August 28th, the due date to submit your online W 9 or W8BEN or WABENE form. Our goal is to keep your earnings flowing smoothly and make sure you get paid on time. Uh-oh, there go that subtle threat. To ensure your payouts continue without interruption, please submit your tax information between July 20th and August 28th. If your form is not received within this time frame, payouts may be paused or subject to applicable withholdings until your tax documentation is processed and verified. You can't make this up. You can't. This is from somebody who don't even have an app. This is from somebody who don't even have an app. Child Pornhub don't got no app. Now you over here trying to collect tax information. You don't even have an app. Support is on the way. We know tax forms can be confusing, but we are here to help make this easy as possible. When the time comes to submit your information in the coming weeks, our help center will be fully updated with new articles and step by step videos to guide you through the process of uploading your documents. Keep an eye on the Pornhub blog and our Pornhub help account on X or Twitter. We will be in touch again in July with everything you need and to remind you that the submission process has started. Please note we cannot provide tax, legal, or financial advice. You should consult a qualified tax or accounting professional regarding your specific circumstances. Best regard the Pornhub team. I don't even know how you're saying you're doing this for the United States, but then anybody else who abroad, yep, you included too. Oh, and I'm giving you a little time frame. I'm give you a little heads up. So, if you don't get your little documents and stuff in, no coins, no coins. Coins will be bought. This is coming from somebody who doesn't even have an app. This is coming from somebody who doesn't have an app. But, you know, right. Child, I saw that that email and I was like, it's always something. It's always something full with them. Like when I tell you, every time I turn around, it's always something fooling with that doggone Pornhub. Let me finish so I can get on up out of here. Let me finish so I can go ahead and get on up out of here. It's Vlog Me Monday. Remember? Like, this is what I dedicated Mondays to. To just reflect, get it all out. And so let me go ahead and finish. Mm. Oh, let me put you back on there. Sorry. Appreciate it. I can let you finish reading. Especially tough one to get through, but I thank you for your help and assistance. I need some cream right here because it got like a little itchy spot. Like a little, it's just this little spot right here that is just itching. I'm talking about. Ooh, she got this random little itch. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. Get it to relax. Um, I'm so ready to lay down. I took a nap, but I don't know what happened. I really don't know. And it's so late. Look, it's 2:30. Oh, it's greatly appreciated and did not go unnoticed. Hmm. I think it was the investment in the new washer that really surprised me. To uh, I think it's maneuver. Okay, I think it's an E somewhere. Yep. The two. That's mine. Either one is equate. It's not the LD, I think it's a USDA. What is it called? What is it called again? The contingency fund. You remember that? You remember last year? Um, when Trump had cut off the food stamps job, and the USDA was like, "Well, they ain't send us our money, so." And then you had all of these random small organizations that were like, but they have a contingency fund. They got the money. And then we found out they don't just have one contingency fund. They have, and it was a lawsuit. I wonder what happened to that lawsuit. It just because I was writing a diary entry about my food stamps. And so it just I don't never seen a I probably shouldn't time out because um I didn't start, no. I mean, like, when I started, I didn't it wasn't even that tight. It was just I can't really afford anything on my forehead right now. Oh my god. Man, I'm talking about I can't like that was why I took the twist out because I'm like, oh, it's just pulling, it's pulling. You know, that new girl start to pull and it'll just and then I had that I had wiped those glasses off with that glass cleaner and then having it that close to my face just clearly wasn't a good idea. Child, you live and you learn, honey. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. Let's read it so I can get up out of here because I'm ready to lay it down. Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. That was when I started at 108. Hashtag vlog me Mondays. Hashtag diary entry number two. Hashtag Monday grind. Momentum Mondays. Moody Mondays and lucky Mondays. Deep side. What a week this has been. OMG. But first off, first, I would first like to dedicate this diary entry to Dr. Money Magnet. Who- Dear Dr. Money Magnet, thank you for your assistance this month. This was an especially tough month to get through, but I thank you for all your help and assistance. It was greatly appreciated and did not go unnoticed. I think it was the investment in a new washer that really surprised me. I also had to maneuver funds around to accommodate Christian this month. I also had 3 birthdays this month that I had to celebrate, with 1 more remaining. Not to mention being notified by DFACS that my food stamp allotment for this month would be significantly reduced because Christian is no longer eligible, which meant that the usual amount what is this? Oh, meant, my bad. That the usual amount, which typically would last 2 weeks, only lasted for 1 week. Yes, I know. Food stamps only last about 1 or 2 weeks on average, honestly, because we are talking about the cost of food now versus the cost of living with dependents. Which also doesn't equate to how much food assistance they provide, but then again, I can't be the one to complain, which means we can't be the ones to complain. Sorry, we. And let's be clear, let me change that to I, which, but then again, I can't be the one to complain. And let's be clear, I am in no way complaining. I am humble and grateful for the food assistance program. I am grateful for the workers who make this matter happen. I am grateful for the government workers to ensure that the USDA receives their contingency funds. Deep sigh. We live to learn another day. We live to spend another day. We live to understand another day. I must admit that I had absolutely no idea what or how I would understand the workings of finances. However, I am truly thankful to have stumbled upon someone who understands. I mean, I know that you are no expert, but I do appreciate the financial advice that you offer me day in and day out. I just thought that it was only right to dedicate this diary entry to the person who makes it all happen. Even when we must sacrifice a missed payment or a late payment fee, because we understand the importance of feeding our dependents as well as feeding ourselves. Words will never be able to genuinely express how far my gratitude reaches, but hopefully this dedicated diary entry reveals my sincerest admiration. Until next time. Okay. Love you. Bye. Mwah.